Hey travelers, today on the channel we're going to get a sneak peek at my rebuild of Henford-On-Bagley. We're going to start with Travingo Farm, which is the property that in real life, the property that my spouse's parents own, that my spouse will inherit upon their deaths, and that part's sad. But yeah, so I'm going to build a version of that, and it's also the property where my sister-in-law lives. And so I'm going to build a version of what would happen if we moved there, like what we would do to improve things and stuff like that. Now, there are some limitations in Sims 4, so I can't build off the amount of acres they have. I can't build outside of the lot size on Sims 4, okay? So they have a lot of property, and on the majority of it, they keep cows in terms of they're someone else's cows, and they have that person bring their cows in and stuff, and and that doesn't occur where they actually live on the property in these 3 spots at all. So I will probably put in a cow because we have them, but yeah, I can't like build cows out all around the property, like right here and over here where they actually, I think, where they are. So we will be not doing it accurately to real life, but it's hard to do things accurately to real life in Sims 4 anyway. So right now we're going to focus on the main house over here, and then we can fill in the rest of it. So for now, I've just put down empty flooring, which is this flat square, and I've tried to outline where I'm pretty sure things are. And that's all I've done for now. So because of this, I'm going to go ahead and make this wall just slightly smaller. This wall. I'm trying to click on it and it's not letting me. That's okay. Anyway, I'm going to make this wall just slightly smaller because I feel like there's a door here. Even if there wasn't always, I feel like there is a door here. So I'm going to go like that. And we're going to fill in a little bit of flooring here. Just the amount we're allowed to do, which is just one tiny strip right here, because I think that's more how the actual design of the space is. But I can't be 100% certain about that, obviously. There are things about my in-laws' main house that I don't actually know about, so yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to surround this with walls, and then we're going to raise it up on a platform. And I'm also going to figure out how the back steps work and things like that, because there are some interesting features to my in-laws' house and I can't recreate them in The Sims. It's just not possible to recreate them. Like, for example, this area is a garage type space, and I'm not really sure what it looks like or how it goes exactly. Like, I just don't know precisely about that. And then there's like a dining room, and there's a little door off the dining room, and then they have a sliding glass door over here, and then there's like the milk house right here, what used to be the milk house. So this part of the house isn't going to look accurate to how it actually looks because I can't figure out how to do that in The Sims 4. I just can't figure it out. I can't figure out how to make a build that has a front porch area, but also has like a garage thing that comes out, and then also has a stoop right here. But actually, while I was discussing that, I think I actually just figured that out. There won't be any like driveway space. Okay, so let's go ahead and remove this front porch bit and put it further out here. And we'll remove the garage bit. And we will extend this way and this way. There we go. That creates the porch. And then we can go ahead and attach the garage like right here. I think that makes the most sense. And then we'll put a wall right here, which is part of the kitchen. And we'll put a wall. But yeah, see, their houses don't look like this. Like, you walk in and then there's like a living room and there's a bedroom over here. And then another bedroom, and then the bathroom's like over here. So let's go ahead and kind of line that out in terms of that and see what we get. There's like a hallway and the kitchen, and then there's like their bedroom, and it goes into the hallway a little bit. So let's say that's it. Like, it's not going to be completely accurate is my point. And then there's like a hallway, and the hallway goes past it's part of the kitchen. So it's like this is the kitchen. And there's like this foyer area kind of. And it has a lot of cabinets on the wall. And then there's a bathroom over here. It's very difficult because there's also a second bedroom. And it just occurred to me it's possible their bedroom is a lot smaller than I think it is. But I don't actually know because I've never been in it. So yeah, that's what we're going to do today, is we're going to focus on the main house. And in order to do that, I do need to build out like a hallway. And there is one, like it's a good hallway. But there's also a second bedroom. So in terms of the Sims, it would make much more sense to build the bathroom right here and then the second bedroom. So that's probably what I'm going to do, even though it's not like that in real life. It's not designed like that at all in real life. Alright, let's see if we can figure this out. I'm going to get off the camera for a second and we'll see if we can figure that out. Because I do want to make it as accurate as I can. And it's probably going to come down in size. It's probably not going to be quite this big. Okay, jumping off the camera and I'll figure that out. Okay, so I built the house and I finished its layout and I moved some of the landscaping around, and I did have to figure out a different way for what's the old milk house, because it's over here now. And the house isn't quite exactly like this, but it's similar, so I went with similar rather than going with exactly accurate, because it's similar to this but not exactly the same. So anyway, what we're going to do right now for this video anyway is we're going to design the inside of the main house, and then in the next video we'll move on to lot 2 on this property, and then we will move to lot 3 and lot 4. So it will be a series, and it will be in a playlist as a series as well, so you can go ahead and watch them as you're meant to. But we're going to do this house today, which is the main house. Whoops. Which is the main house. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to go ahead and we were going to try to do some like interesting beams, because there are beams in this house. There are ceiling beams that you can see, and there are like beams in the walls in a way that makes it very clear that the house is older. And I really like that for the walls, but at the same time, like, I don't really want to take up extra space in Sims 4 that way, because space is such an important aspect. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this, so I'm not gonna exclude any packs or kits that I have from this build. So if you want to download this on the gallery once it's there, or if you want the save file once I'm done with it, you will have to have the packs that are involved. So we're either going to use the Summit Cedar Support Beam wallpaper from Snowy Escape, or we're going to use one of these ones from City Living. So like if there's a white swatch, which there kind of is, but the woods, like this is kind of the right style, but it's a little bit too grungy looking. So let's see if we can find one that's like cleaner. That one's better, but it's still not quite right. Oh, I need to move this window over. That's fine, we can move the window, it's not a big deal. And so, like, I like that one, but it's not quite right. And neither is that one. And those are, like, our only options for the beam kind that don't have other beams. And, like, this one's much more like it. And if I was going to do this one, I'd probably shove this archway over by holding Alt and then take a column and turn on move objects on and put the column there, but it would have to be a column that is correct, so that would look like it blends in. So I definitely want to go through get together and look to see if we have any columns that blend in with that color. This one kind of does, but it's still a little bit too dark. Maybe that one is better. And I'd put this one on the other side of the wall is my point. So I also want to check City Living and see if the City Living columns look better, but they don't. So then let's do Cottage Living. And Cottage Living gives us this one, which I like, but is not the same style, although it's more of the same color. Alright, let's go ahead and move this back over where it was. There you go. And then we actually probably do need to squeeze the archway over a little bit anyway, because there's a desk right here. And a shelf right there. Okay, so anyway, we're gonna go ahead and go with this wallpaper, even though it's not quite right. It's just not quite right. I think we should try the Snowy Escape one. I think the Snowy Escape one might be slightly more of the correct shade, like whiter. Yeah, but it has too many lines in it, so let's see what our other options are, and then we can decide from there. I like this brick wall. This is cool. We're definitely probably going to use this brick wall from For Rent on this side, even though it doesn't look like that in real life. Or maybe we'll use this brick. I think that works. And then let's go ahead and check to see if we have any like better paneling that's a little bit more white, because that's what we're going for. We're going for white, but with brown paneling trim, basically. Now, because this is the way this is, now we need a fireplace. So let's go ahead and find one. I don't think it's a huge fireplace, but I kind of want to just represent what it looks like in real life, not necessarily have it be the same as it is in real life, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna go with this one, which is from University. I don't know, I just kind of like the detail of it. And then let's go ahead and get a rug. And I don't remember I don't think they have any rugs in their house actually, but with Sims, you kind of need rugs. So let's go with this one maybe. I kind of like that one, but I do think that it's not really the right rug. Okay, let's go ahead and place the furniture, and then that way we can know what we're looking at. So we need some shelving. She has a lot of knickknacks and a lot of shelves. And I'm just gonna place whatever shelves I personally think fit the sort of style that she's got. There, I think that is okay. Let's get a couch. It's a really small couch, but I'm just gonna go with ones that I like best. Let's go with this one. It looks the most like that. Not entirely like that, obviously, but it looks the most like that. And then there is a desk over here, so because we're the Sims, I'm gonna have to just do a one tile desk, and that's fine with me. And then I actually think I could put the desk over here. I think that would be fine in terms of how it is. Alright, and now we need 2 recliners. And I know that we mostly have these weird ones. We have the ones from Nifty Knitting, and we have ones from Cottage Living, I think. Nifty Knitting. Yeah, and they don't look like this. They look more like regular chairs. So let's go ahead and just use these regular chairs. Cool. And then, yeah, I think I'll put the desk they have over here, just in terms of space saving for Sims 4. Because we all know that Sims is a little weird in terms of space. Definitely gonna look for a rug. We definitely need a rug. Okay, let's see what we've got. We've got the Cottage Living one, which I actually think works, but let's see if we can... Yeah, this swatch is better. That's great. Alright, and then we need a small other rug too. Like the weird one that looks knitted. This one. Okay, and then that makes room for a one tile desk over here. So let's go ahead and grab a one tile desk. We only have a couple of them in the game, obviously. So you do want to be careful and practical about which one you pick. Okay, well, we're going to keep it like that and just call it good for now. We need a floor lamp, and we need a couple of side tables and a TV. And then I'm going to do all the basic furniture, and then off camera I'm going to clutter, just so that you're aware. I will do all the cluttering off camera, but we do need a side table here. We need a couple of them. So let's go ahead and do the tiny living one for right here. And we need like the really small one. Let's do one from Horse Ranch. I think that works in terms of providing a side table. And then let's go ahead and get a TV. And it's the mounted kind. There we go. That one maybe? I think that works. And then that's the living room. And again, I will clutter just fine. I will clutter off camera. The only thing I want to do right now is get a picture on this wall. There is one, so I want to make sure we utilize it. There is one, so I want to make sure we actually put them up. We could put up this one because it's a family photo on this wall, and that's a whole bunch of people in it, and that would be cool. But let's see if we can find anything else that's slightly different. This one's neat too, and is definitely from Paranormal, which would be interesting in my mother-in-law's house. This one's actually like a framed family photo, but none of them look like that. We're totally gonna use that. Let's put this one over here, and this one right here, and shove that one over there. There we go, cool. And I'll do any more decorating, like I said, off camera. Okay, that's as good as I can get that, which is cool. Alright. And then I've only got about 15 more minutes that I can record, so we're gonna go ahead and color the walls in the hallway and in this closet that I'm probably going to turn into a half bath, to be honest. And in this bedroom we're going to make the walls similar, I think, too. Similar walls in the two garages. I've never been in them. This one's a laundry room and this extra storage space for a refrigerator, I'm pretty sure. And this one I think is like a tool / garage area, but I've never been in them, so we'll just have to pretend that we know what's in there. Alright, and then now we're just gonna plaster things. Like, I'm gonna take this beige color and do this room. And I want to give my mother-in-law's room a nice color. And then the kitchen needs to be lovely as well. How about we do the kitchen this way? I think she'd like this in real life. Like, I really do. I think this would be a good color instead of it being all brown. It's like all brown traditionally. Like, it's like a lot of wood paneling. And I'm going to put in something that looks like wood paneling, but I don't want to put in all wood paneling. And we'll also use it in this little pantry. Alright, and then the bathroom, I don't remember what color the walls are, if I'm honest. I have no idea. I don't remember. So we're just going to make it up. And the bathroom doesn't have this window on it, but I thought for the house it makes more sense for there to be that window there. And then this window needs to be replaced because there's a wall there. And this one needs to be centered. Okay. Let's go ahead and get the other window in. There we go. I'm going to probably create a half bath in there, even though I think it's actually just a closet. And I can't actually be sure about any of that either. Okay, so that's all the time I've got for right now. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and close down the video. But off camera, I'm going to clutter. And I'll probably fill in this bathroom and the kitchen. Everyone knows what a kitchen looks like, but let me show you what kind of kitchen we're going to do real fast before I close. So we're going to do these cabinets, counters. I wonder if I should do them in yellow, like a cherry yellow. Okay, we're going to do these counters, and we're going to do these ones right here. Like that. And then there should be like an end unit. There we go. And then there is a sink on this counter. And I am going to use the one from Home Chef Hustle, but I'm only using the one from Home Chef Hustle because it's my favorite. And then we're going to also have surfaces, these ones. We need this corner piece. And if you have auto counters on, yours are gonna just slot together. But I don't, because I don't often use it. I like it, but not as much. So let's finish off at least the appliance section by putting some light in this kitchen and in the hallway. And then this section is storage. So I'm just gonna like put something that's storage related in there. I think maybe I can just put some pantries in here and pretend that's what they are. I think that would probably be best. And then because we have move objects on, I can go ahead and pick out an archway and move it there, thus giving you a view of the cabinets that they won't use and etc. Anyway, I think the kitchen actually is one tile longer than this. I think the refrigerator is over here. But since it's hard for me to remember that when I don't think I've ever actually paid that much attention to their kitchen, let's go ahead and fix that, and we'll just create another counter. There we go. And then we'll move the stove over because the stove is only one counter away from the refrigerator, I think. And then they have upper cupboards, definitely, and we will go ahead and use the cottage living ones. Alright, and then over here we have a table. So let's go ahead and get that put in. And it is a pretty big table, and I can't really fit one. The Sims 4 need quite a lot of space around themselves for them to eat food. So let's go ahead and turn it a different way than it is in real life. Maybe make it a longer table than it is in real life to accommodate as many people as sits at it. Okay, and then there is a random assortment of chairs. Oh, I need to turn move objects off. There's a random assortment of chairs depending on how many people are eating, but there isn't a random assortment of chairs in terms of the rest of it. Yeah, see, Sims aren't going to be able to get over here. They're not going to be able to get past this table to get out or in, so let's scrap that. Go to inventory and we'll sell 3 of these, and then we'll put the other one in, the one we had before, the smaller version, this one. Alright, I am out of time for today. We will pick this back up later. Okay, so off camera, I went ahead and filled in some landscaping and some things that I wanted to put out. So I put out this little greenhouse that they've got, and you know, there's a little different. Sims 4 is difficult, so you can't build a greenhouse, but just a fence with having a roof on it. So anyway, and I put in gardening planters and the swing set and some more trees and this chicken coop over here and this shed over here and a cow. And I put in some landscaping in this lot back here. And I did the entire little room over here, which is a bedroom, detached from the house bedroom, and it doesn't have a bathroom of its own. And then I furnished the kitchen, but I didn't clutter it yet, but the kitchen's done. So it looks like this. And I made some changes because the bathroom was a little too big and it wasn't nearly that big in real life. And then I finished the furnishing of the living room except for the dog bowl. And they don't have a dog, the Sims I made don't have a dog yet, but they will. And I built in this little closet and I furnished the bathroom completely, this one and the other one. And I made this into a bathroom instead of a closet. I think in real life it's a closet, but I've never been in there, so I don't know. And so I just have the master bedroom, this back bedroom to furnish, and then we can move on to the next section, which is the one back here. I will be putting in some additional landscaping and some clutter objects off camera. But I did the garages off camera too. I put in this thing just for fun, and washer and dryer, and an outdoor extra refrigerator because I know they do have one. And I put in this thing, the punching bag, and the woodworking table in this little garage. So yeah, I'm gonna place a couple of debug cars too when it's done. And I moved some things around, and this is like a little tiny shed. And I'm gonna put it on the property even though I don't know what I'll do with it in The Sims. And then I built, like I said, this shed out here too, which doesn't exist yet, but will, and will be my partners. And so yeah, that's what I did off camera. So we just need to finish up these two rooms, and then off camera I'm gonna clutter. So the first thing I want to do in this back room is put in a bed. And it is a nice bed, but it does have a quilt. And the quilt does have some design on it, so maybe cottage living would be best. Only none of the beds have like a design element. Let's see what we can find. This one looks about similar. The bed frame itself isn't similar, but I feel like the fact that there's a patterned quilt is similar. And then I'm going to shove that all the way over, and then we're going to put a dresser over here. Storage, a flat dresser, one that's got a lot of storage elements, or at least as though it seems like it does. I kind of like this one for this space. Cool. And then I'm gonna try and squeeze a very small table in over here because there is one in real life, but I don't know if I can fit one. This closet's just gonna have clutter in it. It's not gonna be accessible to the Sims, and I'm fine with that. But where's that one table? The really small one. Oh hey, this one's smaller. That's cool. So maybe we'll do that, and we'll do it in a different swatch. That swatch is better. And then we want to put a lamp of some variety over here. So we're gonna go ahead and do this one. And then let's go ahead and put some clutter up on the dresser, just a little bit, and we need a rug. And I think I'm gonna use one of these from Debug so it looks like a woven rug because I think that's most appropriate in this space. Okay, probably the yellow one though. There we go. Maybe I'll just put it like that. Yeah. And then in here, I do want to build out a closet, but like not a normal one. Like I'm gonna just put Dream Home Decorator in here to imply storage. And I'll see if there's anything I can fit in there in terms of clutter when I'm done. And then there's this tiny little space right here, and I kind of want to put like a random toy because it used to be a kid's room, and I feel like it'd be really cool to like have there be some leftover kids stuff in here. So I'm just gonna shrink it down by 1 and squeeze this little elephant unicorn in there, just as like a nod to the fact that it used to be a child's room. Okay, and then I'm actually going to change the wallpaper in here to actual wallpaper, and I want it to have a pattern, so I'm going to go with this one. There we go. And then I think that's everything that we can fit in here, so that's all we're going to do. And I will put some items in these shelves if I can when I clutter up stuff. Yeah. Alright, so then the only other thing we need to do is this back bedroom. So we need a bed. Let's go ahead and find a good one. You know, they're my in-laws. I want them to have a good and decent bed. Let's go ahead and use this one maybe. In the blue? I mean, that's a little fancy, but it works. And then let's get a couple of side tables. Do this one on each side. I've never been in here, so I don't actually know anything about what they keep in here or anything like that. Like, I literally have no idea. And then I'm gonna put some dressers, but just as a nod to storage, not because the Sims need more than one. And then we will also put a TV on top of it. I know they have one in their bedroom. I don't know what it looks like. I've never seen it before. I don't know how big it is. And then off camera, I'll go ahead and clutter. For now, let's just go ahead and do a couple of table lights. Let's just do the same ones. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put some candles. I think my mother-in-law would like candles. Or at least I assume she would. And then I do want to put a little bit of book clutter if I can fit it. Cool. That way there'll be something to do in here besides the TV. So yeah, there we go. And that's all we're going to do for today. I think I am going to go ahead and put in that bathroom clutter rug. Bathroom clutter, yeah, this one. I feel like because she's such a good housekeeper, except for the cobwebs, that she'd have bath mats. Like, that's how I feel. I think there would be bath mats. And I know there is in this bathroom, so we're gonna go ahead and put one. Okay, cool. And then, like, we need towels. Hand towels, more specifically. Because we don't have anything in that, I'm gonna definitely hit base game and see if we have hand towels. Yeah, we do. Great. I'm gonna just put some hand towels up. You know, just to indicate the ability to wash your hands and dry them. Yeah, there we go. Alright, cool. And then that's that, and that's all we're gonna do for today. I'll clutter off camera, completely clutter up stuff off camera the way I want to, and I'll fill in the landscaping that I started on. I want to fill in landscaping here, and right here, and over in this area. And then I want to fill in some landscaping up this ridge a little bit. And then there's some landscaping to do back here before we move on to back here. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video and the sneak peek at the rebuild on Henford-On-Bagley. This is the sneak peek of that rebuild. And this will be up on the gallery when it's finished, but it isn't right now because it's not finished. The next episode for this will be the next stage in finishing this house. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you leave me a like, a comment, subscribe, share the video even. And then also, I hope you're having a great day wherever you're at in yours. Bye, travelers.